Hey, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. How's things with you today? It's a full moon in the sign of Cancer today. So yes, I hope this is... Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to see if I've got... Oh, I've no clock. How do I normally do this? There's no clock in here. And... Ooh, okay. Oh, well. I'll just have to... Don't know. Have to hope that somebody lets me know when it's 9:30. So today I am using the ever brilliant Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. We like these cards a lot. They're to the point and bring us really, really excellent answers. So I really hope that somebody's going to be able to join me tonight, and if not one person, lots of people. I really hope that happens. So, oops, here's the cards. They're going everywhere already. Oh. So, okay. Let me just... Okay, so when I am connecting with the cards, that's the best way to put it. When I'm connecting with the cards, what I do, I go through each one of them. You just say a little hello to each one. So I touch each one. I touch each one. So I connect with each one. And then, after that, give it a gentle shuffle. And I do this every time I start with, start any reading at all. I give it a gentle shuffle. And then I fan them out. I fan them out like that. And I put them over my heart. And I just connect them with the cards, with the angels, with everything. All right? Okay, so... And then I give them a good shuffle. Give them a really good shuffle. And then as soon as anybody pops up that they would like a card, then I give them a quick clear by tapping on them. You'll hear me tap. You hear me tap lots. And that's what I'm doing. I'm clearing so that I'm clearing their energy of me and my thoughts. And I'm kind of consciously clearing myself of my thoughts and then tapping in to your energy. I know, right? But that's kind of what happens. That's how it all works. Can you see the full moon from where you are? I can't just at the moment. I think just at the moment the moon is at the front of the house. I'm at the back of the house, and I think the moon is at the front because I saw it earlier on and it looked glorious. And the sign of Cancer, I believe that the full moon in Cancer is all about kind of coming home. That feeling of perhaps today you have needed to wrap yourself up, or you've taken a bit of me time, or perhaps you've done those kinds of things, a bit of self-care, a bit of perhaps self-preservation, those kinds of, wrapping yourself in niceness, and if you haven't but you're feeling that, then go with it. Take the hint and take some appropriate action of just wrapping yourself up in your duvet. Maybe it's a case of put your pajamas on and get an early night, or put your pajamas on and watch a film on the settee, you know, those kinds of things. It's the niceness, it's the home, it's the loving, you know, keep yourself it's in your shell, you know, that kind of loveliness. And yeah, I guess I've done that. I think I've done that too today. To an extent, I've been out and about and I've been a bit busy, but I met with a friend this morning, and then after that I went shopping, mainly to pick up my son's new jeans, but also get me some new jeans. So, you know, I did a little bit of me stuff then. That was nice. And then, yeah, it's been lovely, and it's been cold and icy today. So I've not really needed to be out and about in quite the same way. I've quite liked being at home. But here we are. So if you would like a card, do say. I can't see any comments yet. Take that out. Oh, sorry, that was my big finger. Sorry. No, can't see any comments. Maybe if I press this, if I press that, what happens? No, it's for me to write a comment, and I don't want to write a comment. Sorry if you keep seeing my big fingers pressing. I'm just trying to figure out, because I'd still like to be able to turn it round, because I think that when I hold that up, I think it's backwards. I think you read it backwards. And there used to be a way to do that, and I can't see where that's gone anymore. I don't know where that is, but you know, one day I'll find it. Anyway, these are the cards that I'm using, the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Bradley Valentine. They're really great cards. We use them for these quite frequently, and yeah, I love these cards for this kind of thing, when we're just doing a one card and it's like, what is it? What's my answer? And of course, like normal, you do not need to share what your question is, or what you're thinking about, or what your issue is, what challenge you're facing. Just say, yes, I would like a card, and I will draw you a card, and, you know, see what comes up. Hey, Mrinalini, how are you? How are you? Hello. How's things with you? Would you like a card? You can be first. I don't mind. I would be delighted. A card for you, Mrinalini. Of course, of course, of course. Okay, so. Ooh, okay. So this one's for you, Mrinalini. It is Let Go. Okay, like I say, it might be a bit backwards, and I'm sorry for that, but the picture is brilliant all the same. The picture is brilliant all the same. Okay, so whatever it is that's puzzling you, whatever's challenging you just at the moment, let go, let it go. It doesn't matter. It's not. The consequences of it, perhaps you're making a big deal of it. Sorry. Perhaps, Mrinalini, it's I don't know. It's a kind of, maybe you're just taking it too seriously. Will it really matter in 5 years' time? It might matter in 5 minutes' time, but does it really matter in 5 years' time? If it does, then don't let it go and find a different way of doing it. But here, we'd definitely let go. Let go and let God. Hand it up. And if it really matters to you and you don't want to let it go, like I say, hand it up. Let go, let God. Let go. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know that it's far easier said than done, right? I totally know that. It's way easier said than done. But if we just go, God, this one's for you, please. And let them deal with it. Yeah, let God and the angels deal with it, because it may just not be resolvable on a human level. Yeah, but it's not yours to fix. It's not yours to fix. So let it go. Take a deep breath, hand it up. Okay, there we go. So that's your card. I know, right? And I totally know it's not always easy to let these things go, right? So I'm not being flippant when I say that. I really do know that, you know, we take it to heart. We take it to heart, but we've got to let it go. Okay? All right. Hope that makes sense for you, Marinalini. Yep. Time to let it go. Okay. So, now, Seguros. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but I will draw you a card. Okay. Oops. Does need to know today? Message. Okay. Ooh, now this one's. Yes, Marilyn, leave it to the divine. Totally, they're all over it. They're all over it, more than we can ever be. Okay, so Seguros, this is your card. Look for a sign. Now, this is an interesting one, because when we say look for a sign, quite often we're being given signs and we need a signier sign. We need a bigger sign, a better sign, a more clear sign. And yeah, I'm a devil for this as well, because I want the angels to go, this, do this. And that's not how it works. So look for a sign. The signs will come to you fast and furious. And when you ask out loud, and it's quite easy, it's quite often easier to say it out loud, because the sign, the response, the answer you get could be immediate. It may not be exactly immediate, but it will be very soon. So when you ask out loud for the answer to whatever it is that you need help with, now the answer may come in a feeling, a thought, just words spoken. But because we're now looking for a sign, it could be the next song that's played on the radio. It could be the very song right there and then that's being played on the radio. Or it could be the next door neighbour comes round and with something really important to tell you that seems fitting for this. So it could be any of those types of things. It could be sitting in the car behind somebody else, and on their registration plate it has something that you can quite easily look at that and go, I get it. So it could be the regular signs of like robins and feathers and those kinds of things, or it could be something really crazy, like I say, the next door neighbour coming around and saying something that absolutely answers your query. So look for a sign, because they are all around us all the time. They're all around us all the time. Okay. So I hope that resonates with you, Seguros. And I do apologise if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is your card. look for a sign. They're all around us if we look. And don't dismiss them because you're looking for a sign. You know, we all do. We all do. And you could say, you know, if you see something, you say, is this the sign? And ask again. Nobody minds you asking. Nobody minds you asking. Okay, so there you go. That one card is for you, Seguras. Brilliant. Okay. This is good. This is good. Okay, anybody else on just at the moment? Anybody else coming on to say that they would like a card? And I still don't know what time it is. So hopefully we've got loads of time for people to hop on and say hello. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Yes, look for a sign. But be open to it and don't decide what the sign is going to be. Because if we think, oh, well, I'll see a feather. Your feather may not be there. Or, alternatively, it may be feather, like a picture of a feather on somebody's car bumper. You know, anything. It's a sign, and anything that resonates with you that feels God-given. No? Yeah. Just look for a sign. Ooh. Good. Okie dokie then. Anybody else on tonight? I hope so, because I really enjoy doing these. And if I can come on the full moons and do a full moon card pull, that would be really good. And like I say, today's full moon. So full moons, we look for gratitudes in full moons. The full moon can, as I like to think of it, shine a spotlight on what we're grateful for. Can also shine a spotlight on what we're not really grateful for. And then after, as the moon begins to wane, we can let those things go. So when it highlights, when it illuminates the blessings in our life, we can, by default, see what doesn't fit in that category. So we're not really looking for the things that aren't blessings, but by seeing those, you know, we can also spot what isn't. But right now, it's important to focus on the blessings. And like I say, as the moon begins to wane, as it gets smaller again, then we let go of the things that don't work for us. And right now, there's so many things to be grateful for. I mean, there always is. But right now, here we are in a new year, right at the beginning of a new year. It's only, what, the 3rd? 3rd of January. And, yeah, we've got a whole 12 months, a whole new canvas to paint on it, whatever we want to do. And I like that. I like that. Now, I'm not one for setting resolutions so much in January. There are things that I think, oh, yeah, maybe I'd quite like to do that, but I don't really do resolutions so much. It's too soon for me, personally. It's too soon after all the crazy merriment of Christmas and New Year, actually. It's too soon for all that. And also, we're in the depth of winter. And I still, you know, the idea of, you know, giving up chocolate and giving up sugar, yes, very much at the forefront of my mind. But it's the middle of winter. And today, what was it? Minus 1 felt like -8. Today is not the day for giving up niceties. I can wait until the sun comes out a bit more for that. So I don't worry too much about that kind of thing right now. I'm focused on the inner growth, for want of a better phrase, and focused on the nurturing, so that when it is time to blossom and bloom come the spring, the groundwork will have already been done. So it is work, it is progress, but not necessarily in the visible way that we all think, oh yeah, I'm going to do a billion things. Now that's for me. However you do this new year is entirely up to you, and I wish you well with 2026. Of course I do. But for me, I don't really do resolutions. I think I used to, and then by day 2 I'd given up. Not a good plan. Not a good plan. Okay, is there anybody else catching on now? Is anybody else watching? I'm not sure who's on and who's not. So I've done cards for Rinlini and I've done cards for Seguros, and I don't see anybody else on particularly. But if you are here and lurking in the background, please do say hello. And if you'd like a card, I have these brilliant cards. They are, where's my box gone? The Angel Answers Oracle cards. The Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Now, I do know that it's Saturday night and lots of people will be out gallivanting because it's Saturday night, but not here. Not for me. Not for me. We've just had our New Year, and so, you know, and like I said, today is about today with this full moon, and it's not just today, it's like yesterday, two days ago, and 2 days prior, so a 5-day period really of just nurturing, self-nurturing, be at home, wrapped up in your blanket, doing all those things. Oh, now Becky's on. Hi Becky, how are you? Yes, please, she says. Okay, let's get you a card then. Let's get you a card. Okay, so Becky, good. I'm really glad that you're well. I'm so pleased that you could join me tonight. Really pleased. Okay, so the card for you, Becky, is Remain Positive. Now, I like the picture on this card a lot because now that I'm getting some glare, and I'm sorry about that. Okay, but I love the way that the third eye and the crown chakra are just with radiant thoughts, with positivity, with love, with light, with just gorgeousness. Okay, so remain positive. Yeah, as it says, so whatever is occurring for you right now, Becky, it's important that you focus on this. You stay here and with your crown chakra and your third eye, and keep those open. Keep those really open. Okay, it feels a little bit like, okay, it feels like a worry sort of down in my torso, really, sort of, yeah, it feels like a worry type of thing. Okay, I'm not going to say too much about it, but it's a concern. And it's, okay, so it feels like it is a concern, but it feels like you're taking all the right action and you're being positive, and you know, you are taking the appropriate action for whatever this concern is. And it's a kind of split thing, right? So whilst you want to remain positive, there's this thing and it's kind of heavy in your torso, but you want to stay positive, but it's truthfully, it's quite heavy, and it could be heavy. Does that make sense? I hope so. But if don't particularly don't tell me what the concern is. But yes, it is important for you to remain positive. It's important to remain positive, because whatever the truthful outcome, whatever the reality, it's work outable. Yeah. And so we don't need to worry. You just don't need to worry excessively. It is a worry, I understand that, but just keep on the positive side, because going into the negative stuff won't help. It won't help anything. It doesn't help you, it doesn't help those around you, and it certainly doesn't help your situation. So if you can remain positive and just think, every time you get that sort of a what if, think, well, I'm taking all the action, I'm doing what I need to do, I'm doing everything that I can to help this situation. And whatever the outcome, stay here. Stay here. Right? Because this is the important bit. Yeah? The crown directly up to God. Third eye, seeing the future. Keep your third eye open. It sounds really crazy, but keep it open and look for the possibilities. Look for the positive opportunities. Look for all of those things, because they are there. You know they are there. And keep your crown open to source, to connect with source as much as you can. Third eye open, possibilities, future, crown, source. Okay, I'm glad it makes sense. All right, I'm glad it makes sense. But this is your card then, Becky. Remain positive. You're doing all the right things. You're doing all the right things. Good. Oh, wow. Well, good luck with that one. Okay, brilliant. Anybody else in tonight? I'm not sure we are. I think we've got a quiet evening today. I think we've got a quiet one. I think we've got a quiet evening. Okay, anybody else? And if anybody's still watching, can you tell me what time it is, please? I'm recording on my phone, and I don't know how to get the time on my phone whilst I'm recording at the same time. So if anybody is watching, what time is it? And I don't mind your local time, unless, is it Australia where they have like half-hour time difference? Like, you know, because normally we're on an hour's difference, that kind of thing. And I'm sure that in Australia there's a half-hour one somewhere. Not sure. So yes, if anybody else is on, two things. If you'd like a card, let me know. And then secondly, if anybody could tell me the time, I would be very grateful for that. Don't know. I wonder if I could see it on the TV. Not sure. Don't know. I thought it was going to show me the time on here, but it's not doing. Sorry. What if I just press it? Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Okay, so anybody else want a card? Does anybody else want a card while I'm here? Let me know if you're watching, but I've not drawn a card for you yet. let me know. Oh, Becky, oh, it's 9:29. Brilliant. Okay, so here we go. Final 1 minute. Final 1 minute. Anybody else on here watching that I've not drawn a card for? And then I'll do you quickly before I disappear again into my full moon evening. I think my husband's watching the darts. I'm not sure. So I think I'll go and do, who knows, I did wonder, I will say, I did wonder about getting my crystals out in the full moon, because I've not done that for a while, and I used to really, really enjoy doing that. It made me feel good. And it helps having my crystals all cleansed. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Okay, anybody else watching who would like a card before I wrap it up for the evening? Okay. Just say yes if you would like to. And if not, I shall bid you good night and say farewell. Okay, nobody else? Alrighty, let's call it a day then. Thank you ever so much for being here. And if you're catching the replay, I hope you enjoy it. And I hope that you were able to get some of those, something from those messages too. And thank you for all of you who joined me live. It was an absolute pleasure to read for you. Okay, so I shall see you, well, I don't know, perhaps the next full moon. If I'm going to do this, I could do this most full moons, I reckon, unless I get really agitated by the full moon. I do sometimes it really affects me. Today, not so much. Today I'm a bit more, ooh, love, love, love. So it's a good one. I'm not so weepy waily. I know, right? Anyway, much love, many, many, many blessings, and I shall see you all next month. Cool. See you then. Bye.